the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So it says these curses, like being cursed in the field, being cursed in the city, he said, I'm gonna put that on my children for a sign and a wonder. Sign that's what. Well, what family of the earth do we belong to? You got Chinese people, you got white people, you got Arabs, you got East. Okay, so they call us African Americans. So how can we be two different places? The Chinese man, he just Chinese. See what I'm saying? He ain't Chinese, Japanese. He's just Chinese, right? So, and then you know what? They changed, you an elder brother. We weren't African Americans at first. They called us something else at first, right? So that's another question. Why our nationality keep changing every 10 years? Because they don't want us to know who we are. Addie? I got an auntie named Addie. What's your name, sis? Amanda? Tyra, my brother Tyra. So, read that again real quick. I want to show y'all something. Read that again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
So God said we are holy people. He's talking about the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? The blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans of this region, we are the Israelites, according to the Bible. He said we holy, right? Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people.
So this is my question. If God said we above all people, then why that don't play out now in the earth? The blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, why are we not above all people? Did we not build this society? Those people, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, did we not build this? Did we not build America? So why we ain't on top, bro? What you got? What you think? So you would say economics.
Yeah.
So if we was in a better
charge, we was taken out of charge.
Okay. What about you, sir? What you say? Why we ain't on top? The Bible say we above all people, and it shows that we above all people. But why we at the bottom?
We were stripped of our rights and all of our land and all of our goods.
Okay. What about you, sir? What you got? If you don't know, it's okay to say you don't know. Because guess what? That's why we here. We here to show our people why we go through the things we go through. What about you, sis? What you got? Why you think we at the bottom? Because the Bible say we supposed to be at the top. God say that, right? So why you think we at the bottom?
I don't know. A lot of us might be scared to claim our rights.
Okay. What about you, bro? Why you think we at the bottom? It said we are holy people. We separate. We above all people. Like I said, that's in the spirit, and we can see it in the physical.
He also said we'd be slaves to spread it through the country too.
It did say that, right? But I'm asking why? Why that ain't happening right now? Give me Lamentations 4:1. Let me show you. We're gonna show y'all today. Give me Lamentations 4. Hey, listen, this is gonna be the best thing y'all hear all day. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, the black man, the Hispanic man, the Native American man stay out of the church because we can't find ourselves in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? We can't relate to this junk because we went through slavery, and it talk about just for slavery in the Bible. It talk about slave obey your slave masters, right? It say that in the scriptures, don't it? It talk about these things, so we can't see ourselves in the Bible. But one thing that we don't know that we gonna show y'all today. The Bible is true, but we just was taught the Bible wrong. See what I'm saying? So why are we not at the top? You know what I'm saying? When it's saying the spirit, we supposed to be at the top, and it's showing the physical, we supposed to be at the top. We run faster, we jump better than everybody, we sing better than everybody, and that's just on the lower level. When it comes to economics, math, and stuff like the brother was talking about, we create all that, all these different dialects of English and all that stuff. We created all that. You know, everything you see, the structure of these apartments. We come with all the designs of the structure of these apartments, these big buildings that's downtown and all this stuff we built in slavery. We came up with that. That's what I'm saying. But why we at the bottom? Let me show you, read that.
It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Because remember, God said we holy, we special, we're above everybody, right? Read that.
How is the gold become dim?
So he said, how has the gold become dim? So at one point in time, we was compared to fine gold. Hey, sis, what's your name? Kimberly. Did you know that the black man, the black woman, at one point in time was compared to fine gold? Did y'all know that? Did you know that, bro? Did you know that, sis? Did you know that, Kimberly? It says, read it again.
How has the gold become dim?
So it says, we are gold, but we have become dim. And it said, how has that happened, right? A lot of us had them questions. How? Why? Why are we going through this? Why we in the projects, the majority of us? Why when we drive down the street, we got to be scared of getting killed because of a back tail light out? You know what I'm saying? Because my insurance might not be right, or whatever the case may be. It says, why? How has we become dim? Read.
How is the most fine gold changed?
So it says we was compared to the most fine gold. Give me Deuteronomy 28. So this how we become dim, because we went against God's commandments.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again. 31.
We went against God, right? We the only people that got a connection with the Most High God on earth. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And I'm going to show y'all that. Read it.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So it says, if we don't listen to God, and we don't hearken to God, right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
So if we don't listen to God and do his commandments, what's going to happen?
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
So it says curses. Curses. Do you feel like we are cursed people today? What about you, sis? What about you, bro? You feel like we cursed today? Give me an example of us being cursed as a nation of people. We ain't talking about Oprah and LeBron James, them people that's just singled out. You know what I'm saying? They rich, but they still got they still subject to the title that we all is. They all call us niggas. You know what I'm saying? They just rich. They just rich as slaves. You know what I'm saying? But it says we curse. What's the way you think we curse, bro?
It's like the environment we in. You can't do no right, it's all wrong.
So the environment that we in. Okay, let me show you something, bro. Keep read that.
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Curse shall thou be in the city.
It says, cursed shall we be in the city. That's the same thing you just said. Our environment, our part of the city is cursed. You see what I'm saying? It's dirty. When you go, North Jackson is the better part of town, right? When you go over there, it's more modern. It's clean. They got the street sweepers out there. You see what I'm saying? They got people making sure the place look good. They keeping the yards cut. They keeping the establishment grass trimmed and stuff like that so it can look nice. But outside of the city, it look like a wasteland. You know what I'm saying? It says, cursed shall we be in the city. Read.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
So it says we're going to be cursed in the field. Historically, right? When you think about that historically, who was cursed in the fields? Our ancestors were cursed in the field, right? So how was that cursed in the field? What made it a curse?
It's due to working not on their own will.
Right? Okay, I like that.
Forced to work.
What about you? Being forced to work? What about you, bro?
I just labeled it slavery.
Slavery? Okay, yeah. So listen, we weren't getting paid for that. Sun up to sundown. We'll be out there picking cotton, picking tobacco until our joints fall out of place. You see what I'm saying? We'll be out there picking cotton, picking tobacco until we died in that field. He said we're gonna be cursed where?
In the field.
Cursed in the field. This is our history right here, right? Give me verse 46. That's what I should have went to first. Verse 46. Let me show y'all something. Because God said it was going to happen to a certain people. And you was going to be able to identify these people by these curses. Because who are the Jews today? Who say they're the Jews today? White. The whites, right? They say they Jewish, right? Have they ever been cursed in the field? No. So they don't even fit that first curse right there. See what I'm saying? But guess what? We fit it. We cursed in the city and we was cursed in the field. We still cursed in the field, the job field. We go to school and we pay them all that money. That's a scam. We pay them for all that money to go to school, and then you get out and they be like, well, you ain't got no experience. What? So how am I gonna get the experience? Right. Y'all just sent me to school, sold me a dream, told me to go to school, pay all this money to get the job, and now come asking you for the job, and you ain't giving me the job, telling me I ain't got no experience. That's evil as hell. But that's a curse. That was a curse sent by God. See what I'm saying? Because we're supposed to be on top, right? Read that, verse 46. How you doing, sir?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So he said these curses, like being cursed in the field, being cursed in the city, he said, I'm going to put that on my children for a sign and a wonder. Sir, what we going over right now to catch him? I'm going to catch him over real quick, y'all. Don't try going over. What we doing now is we are identifying who we are today, or who we are according to the Bible. When I say we, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? What's our nationality? Or what family of the earth do we belong to? You got Chinese people, you got white people, you got Arabs, you got East Indian. Who we belong to? So we belong to the Africans. Okay, so they call us what, African Americans. So how can we be two different places? The Chinese man, he just Chinese. See what I'm saying? He ain't Chinese, Japanese. He's just Chinese, right? So, and then you know what? They changed, you an elder brother. We weren't African Americans at first. They called us something else at first, right? So that's another question. Why our nationality keep changing every 10 years? Because they don't want us to know who we are. So guess what, sir? We out here showing our people who we are according to the Bible. That's what we were showing this couple right here. And I want to go over some stuff with y'all, because I know y'all a married couple. And we want to show y'all some stuff according to the Bible. Read that again, verse 46.
Verse 46, and they shall be upon thee.
So today is the curses. We just read verse 16, and it said we was going to be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. Just to catch you up, when were we cursed in the field? As black people, when were we cursed in that field, working in the field? When were we cursed? At what time period?
I can't think of it right now, but I know it.
We got the pictures right here in slavery. Down here, the cotton fields.
Yeah.
Read it.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So a sign, what a sign at for this street? Down here, right? What that sign say coming this way? For this street right here. So it's Lincoln Circle, right? You know that because of the sign, right? So that sign does what for this street? They name the street. It identifies this street, right? So these curses, these things that's in Deuteronomy 28, God said this was going to identify his people in the last days. Because they was going to be getting called African American, Hispanic, you know what I'm saying? Indian, Native American. See what I'm saying? Read it.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
And guess what? The Jewish man, they pass down generational wealth to they people, to their kids, right? The white man, he passed down generational wealth and America to their kids, right? Well, we pass down our kids as a whole. We pass these curses down to them. It said it was going to be upon us and our seed forever. This right here is identifying who God's chosen people are today, sis. What's your name?
Shasta.
Chastity?
Shasta.
Just
Shasta. Like to drink with a K. Shasta. Like Shasta Cola.
Shasta.
Chasta.
With a K. Shasta.
Okay, Chaska.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry. Okay, so read that again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So how God's people was going to identify themselves in these last days was by the curses, the punishment that he put his people through because they broke his commandments, right? So give me verse 68. Let me show y'all a curse that God's people suffered on this side of the earth. And I want y'all to tell me who is this talking about. Because who is God's people today? Who are calling themselves God's people today? Who call themselves the Jews today? Or Jewish?
I don't know.
Do they look like you?
No.
They don't. But you know what a Jewish man look like, right?
Yeah.
So they say they God's chosen people, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Right? So what's going to happen is God going to tell you who his people are today through the curses that he put on his people. So read that.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So God said he was going to bring us into Egypt again. What Egypt mean? Egypt just means bondage. That's what it means. Bondage. What's another word for bondage?
I can't think right now.
What you got, sis? What's another word for bondage?
Like you're tied up, you're held down, bondage.
So we was tied up right here, right? What they call this though?
Slavery?
Slavery. So read it from the top again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So it says he was going to bring us into slavery again. Read.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Sis, remember, we said God said he was going to identify his people by the curses that he put up on them. Who went into slavery on ships?
The black people.
We did, right? And the Hispanics and the Native Americans as well. Right? So we went into slavery on ships. We are God's chosen people. And that's why we out here in Lincoln Course today to let other people know. Hold on, read it for their brother again. Read it for him again.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
So Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 through 68 shows you the curses that identifies God's people today, right? So we finna read it again. Read it.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So he was going to bring us into slavery again. Read.
With ships.
With ships. With ships. Listen, bro. Bro, listen. This the thing. Bro, what's your name again? What's your name again?
My name is Entire.
Bro, Moses wrote this with like 2,000, 3,000 years before it happened. He was forewarning them. It hadn't even happened yet. It just came to pass on this side of the earth. Right. So don't never let nobody tell you the Bible ain't real. This is how we know the Bible real. This is why we up here boldly in the street teaching our people. Listen, we got to come back to the Bible. We were just talking the Bible wrong. And we out here identify ourselves in the Bible so we can know, okay, listen, we got to keep God's commandment to turn our captivity. Read.
By the way, whereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold.
And what happened when we got off them ships? Listen, it's finna get detailed. It says we came over here on ships, and when we got here, we got sold. Who did that happen to? Did that happen to the Jewish man over there's calling himself a Jew, sis?
No.
That didn't happen to him.
Right.
That didn't happen to the Polish people that's over there. That happened to us. He said, I'm going to put you on ships for disobeying me, and when you get where you're going, I'm going to sell you. I'm going to have your enemies sell you. That happened to our ancestors.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity.